Hello and welcome to day, I don't know what day it is. Hi everyone, welcome back to Cass Attempts. This is day 50 of World Domination, and I'm Cass, your host, as usual. Today I am much louder than I was in part 1 of this video. If you have not seen part 1, I would suggest you watch it first. It's going to be up there and down there as well. But I am quieter in that one because I was filming while my boyfriend was home, and he doesn't know about the channel. So I was like low-key whispering, but I didn't think I was until I edited the video, and then it was revealed that I was low-key whispering. Sorry about that. I'm much louder now. 2 days ago, we learned that there are a total of 7,111 languages in the world, although we are losing them at a rate of about 1 for every 2 weeks. So there won't be that many for long, but right now there's 7,111 languages in the world. I talked a little bit about that and gave you some different information, but today I'm going to be talking about English as a bully language. This is something that I've read a lot about recently since I've started getting into kind of the language learning, polyglot sphere, and it's interesting because I also kind of agree, even though I am a native English speaker and I live in Canada and I don't actually know any other languages to really any degree of fluency at all. I do believe that English is a bully language. English speakers do tend to not bother to learn the local language in a lot of different situations when they go traveling and things, even when people live in a different country. And I think that's a little silly because you can learn a lot about the culture and practices of a city or a country or a society just by learning their language and its little quirks, because every language has its quirks. But a lot of people just don't do it, not even like the basics. They don't even try. I think it's definitely because they don't really have to. You can get by with English in many countries. Like, English is on street signs and airport signs, and a lot of people speak English. You can usually find someone that speaks English, whether you go to a hotel or a hostel. There will usually be someone who speaks some degree of English. Because if people come to Canada, it's like they're almost expected to learn a little bit of English, enough to order off the menu and stuff. Whereas if people go to other countries, I'm not saying everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people, they don't even bother to try to learn it, and they just order in English or mime it, point, stuff like that. There's a lot of articles about English travelers or English speaking travelers being really I don't know what the right word is. I think the word I'm looking for is disrespectful, almost. Another thing about why I think people should learn languages other than English, there's a bit of academic debate on this topic, but there's this theory that different languages construct different realities and that your personality will shift depending on which language you speak. There is a study specifically done on that second part, and during that study, nearly 2/3 of bilingual people surveyed between 2001 and 2003 said that they felt like a different person when speaking in each language that they spoke, without even mentioning the actual tangible brain benefits to learning a second language, which will be slightly mentioned in the article that's linked down below. The ability to see yourself and the world around you in a slightly different sense, through a slightly different lens of a different language, I think it's incredibly valuable because you can be more aware of the different sides of complex social issues. You can be more aware of yourself, happier, more optimistic, because you have more ways of seeing things than just the way of English. And this may sound a little crazy, and I don't have any actual research to back this up, but there are some anecdotal stories on the internet stating that being multilingual does make you happier. So take that as you will. I think this is the end of this video. Let me know in the comments below, are you bilingual, monolingual, multilingual? Do you consider yourself a polyglot? What languages do you speak? I would love to know. If you do only speak English, where do you live? I'm curious because I've noticed that most people in like Canada and the United States, if they grew up with English as their first native language, and they don't have people who speak other languages in their direct family, a lot of people only speak English. Whereas in Europe, I think it's much more common to speak multiple languages, I guess because of the proximity of different languages to each other. And then in basically every other part of the world, it's much more common to speak multiple languages. So let me know. I want to know. I want to do more research on this topic. As usual, this has been me. You'll see me tomorrow.